The Bandits have inspired us with many game-changing moments this season, but when the team needed a little inspiration of their own, they turned to each other. I cannot tell you how much the weather has affected this game. It is about 50 degrees out here, it's raining, and the Bobcats have not been able to handle the ball. Earlier today, right in this spot, West Texas coaching legend Steve Warren announced his retirement. Good news for Wiley. Star center Brittany Brewer will return for her senior campaign next year, and with talent like that, who knows, we might just see them back here in San Antonio. In the second half, Braden Hucks went down awkwardly on his shoulder, but he said it's no big deal as he's played running back before. VACU Wildcats looking to bounce back from a tough overtime loss last weekend to SFA, and they might just be in luck. Tonight they host a deflated Sam Houston squad who's lost 4 of their last 5 games. This was Central's best run in the playoffs since 2003, and while little Jordan Humphrey and his Dragons took home the win today, the Bobcats will hold their head high as the future of this program is looking bright. Tomorrow's game is not only between 2 top 5 ranked teams in the state, but it will have district and playoff implications. Hard not to think about all that pressure, right? Well, that's exactly Jim Ned's goal. These two teams couldn't be more different, as the Bulldogs are known for winning and are riding a 9-game winning streak into tonight's game, while the Lobos haven't been to the playoffs in over 18 years. The second-ranked Wiley Lady Bulldogs have been rolling over the competition all season, and I'm sure you're wondering how. Well, here's the secret. It's the girls' trust in their teammates. Whether you're in the stands, on the sidelines, or in the huddle, it doesn't matter from which angle you watch Eagles defensive end Seth Burge play. He will always be one of the most dynamic athletes on the field. In small-town West Texas, high school athletics are the center of everyday life. For Menard sophomore Dalton Walker, basketball is everything.
I love basketball. Basketball is my life. If I'm not here, then I'm at school.
And why wouldn't it be? The game brings out the best in us. Our passion.
He pushes himself so hard that it's just everything to him.
Unity.
It's just a two-way situation. I mean, they've got his bag and he has theirs.
Determination.
He has a drive to prove himself. It's a thing within him that he feels he has to, or he wants to prove that he can do those things that people think he can't.
But for Dalton, it's about something as simple as acceptance.
It makes me feel good to be a part of a team and to have guys like these support me in everything I do.
He wants so much to kind of fit in and be like everyone else. A lot of it now is that he wants to show people that it doesn't matter if you have a disability, or it doesn't matter if you're different. You know, if you want to do something, you can go out and do it.
When Dalton was just a baby, he had a stroke that paralyzed his left side. And when your mind says yes, but your body says no, that's a hard thing for a 16-year-old to grasp.
It's hard to not be like everyone else physically, and mentally you're sharp as a tack.
I think about things, I think about, oh man, why can't I do this? But then I think, well, I'm happy for the things that I can do, like playing basketball. And then if I can do it, I want to push myself to be the best at it.
20, let's go. While most people only see struggles ahead, Dalton sees opportunity.
I've always thought of myself as having a mindset. I mean, I've met people with no legs, no arms, and they still have the determination to do whatever they want, and I have that determination. So I play basketball and I practice hard, and I'm here now playing JV basketball at high school.
It's that God-given drive that's not only inspired Dalton, but the people around him as well.
He's a kid that's full of heart. You're never going to be another one like him. He's never quits. He's always going to try for you. He's been a big inspiration to a lot of us on the team.
13. No matter how disabled you are, you can do whatever you want. And that's what I feel like pushing through to people. It's not, I can't do this. It's a mindset saying, I can do this.
Dalton played football for the first time this past year, and he plans to take on the Diamond next. I'm Dani Rondeau with KXVA, Fox News First. Senior point guard Calvin McGee is one of the most talented athletes on the Eagles roster, but his true worth isn't measured by numbers, but instead by heart, something Calvin holds precious.
We had a deer accident and we lost Calvin's heartbeat 3 times during that stay. After 5 minutes of no response of him, they were going to do a C-section to remove him. His heartbeat slowly started beating again.
Yes, Calvin would live, but his struggles were just beginning.
We had testing done, and that came out positive with Calvin to have spina bifida. You know, to not see him walk or just to have all them complications, that was a big red flag for us.
Miraculously, Calvin was born perfectly healthy, and the only effect his diagnosis had was on his appreciation for the game he loves and for life itself.
I'm very blessed. I mean, there could be a chance where I couldn't be walking or playing the game I love right now, and every day that I play, I just thank God that I'm capable of doing what I do.
Calvin's versatile, naturally gifted, and knows the game in and out, but his true talent is his ability to positively affect the people around him.
If you sit in here and watch a game and he's in there, you can see his, I mean, it's palpable, his love for the game. And you can see it on his face and in how he plays.
Calvin's passion touches not only coaches, but teammates as well. Just ask fellow point guard Enrique DeWinel.
He's a great team leader. He's always wanting the best out of you. He's always giving you help, support. You know, you can ask him a question anytime and he'll answer it for you.
The effort, the heart, you know, that he exudes in games. You know, the idea with that, with anybody doing that, is that it bleeds over into the rest of the group, and they feed off of that.
Those early setbacks never weakened Calvin's resolve, instead strengthened his will to succeed. I'm Dani Rondeau.
He loved the challenge of trying to compete and to do something that, you know, people said that he would never do.
With KXVA, Fox News First. Tony Romo hasn't exactly had career moments to remember in Seattle. The botched snap back in 2007 has and will be engraved in the memory of Cowboys fans forever. But what's the difference about this matchup as opposed to 2007 or any other year is that Romo can lean on a better offensive line and a running game that's second in the league. On the other hand, Seattle is #1 against the run, making this week's game plan an interesting one to draw up.
You know, we've seen plenty of times, you know, one game isn't going to define your season at this point. You just have to stay committed to what your plan was going on. You might win this game throwing for 150 yards, might be, you know, one of the best ways to beat this team, but it requires a certain way of going about it, and we'll see as the game unfolds.
It's the Cowboys and the Seahawks on Sunday, which you can see right here on KIDY Fox. Your 4-1 Bobcats are days away from taking on the also 4-1 Abilene High Eagles. And just like their records, these teams' talent level matches up pretty evenly. On offense, Central has dual-threat quarterback Braden Hucks, and Abilene has an electric back in Abram Smith. The Bobcats are known for their reliable defense, and the Eagles have one of the best D-lines in West Texas.
Their defensive front is probably just as good as anybody else that we've seen. Their backers are big, they fill holes, they come downfield hard, they cover well, and their secondary is overall really good.
A lot like Byron Nelson, pretty explosive offense, good running back, good quarterback, and really great coach, but I think we'll be all right.
These two West Texas juggernauts are set to kick off at San Angelo Stadium at 7:30. The 21st ranked Texas A&M Aggies will have their hands full tomorrow evening as they open the 2014 season against #9 ranked South Carolina. And it will be quite the offensive battle as the Gamecocks are sporting a veteran offensive line and receiving corps, and the Aggies have one of the best rushing and offensive line pairings in the nation.
A game like South Carolina, you know, open up the college football season away. It's going to be a lot. Coach Price says all the time it's going to be a great challenge. The first game is going to be a great challenge because we're going against a veteran, physical, big offensive line. So it's going to be a great challenge.
The battle of these two SEC powerhouses is set for 6 p.m.